morning, YouTube land. It's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. It is early morning, hence the different angle of the dining room. The lighting. Oh, it's always a struggle, always. Very early in the morning. I have to do this real quick because this week is so busy. I've got a lot, and my husband's away, so twice as much work. You know, I don't know how I would do this without my mom. She's been taking care of a lot of things that I would normally do, but she's been doing it. So anyway, I got only two things to show you today. Well, three things. Two things that are finished. I'm not going to get into whips because I got a gazillion and one. Let's put this down. Okay, the first thing that I wanted to talk about before we get into the blanket is I made the pig. This was out of, the pig itself is out of this book that the wonderful Karen gave me, Farm Animals, and I made the pig. It would not be Debbie if I didn't make mistakes. So if you take a look, his snout is crooked, his eyeballs are crooked. Anyway, but I'm very, very pleased with it. This is going to be for my son. Look at that little tail. I'm very, very pleased with how this turned out. I still struggle with the sewing. I cannot stress enough that I bow down to those people who make amazing looking amigurumi because, you know, the parts, the crochet part, no problem. I can do that. It's the sewing. So you have to be essentially multi-talented. You have to be good with the crochet and you have to be good with the sewing. I obviously am not. But anyway, there was a lot of recommendations with regards to the wings, and I did check out a few. I made other wings, and they were all, there was always something wrong with them. Either they were too big or too small or not what I was looking for, so I made my own. I just did, you know, just played around and I stuffed them slightly. And then the placement was really difficult because I was looking at pictures and they all had that, most of the pigs that pictures of the flying pigs that I saw had wings going out like this, sort of like the Pegasus wings. So that's what I based it on. Anyway, I think he's kind of cute. I think my son will love him. We're a family of imperfections. So we love these little things, you know. Yeah, okay. He's even got a lip. Look at that. He's got a lip. Awesome book, awesome pattern. I will definitely be working, doing every one of these. I initially said I wanted to do the mouse, but I'm looking at the mouse. You gotta see that. Look at all the small little parts. Yeah, that's gonna have to wait. So I'm thinking maybe the chicken or the cow next. But I do need a break from amigurumi. So I've picked up some other whips that I'm working on. But I do definitely need a break from amigurumi because, like I said, the crochet part is fabulous, but I do get frustrated with the sewing, and I get frustrated when I look at other podcasters, you know, such as Ella. She is fantastic, and everything she makes comes out so great. So there's this one sheep that she recently did. I want to make it so badly, but she did say there were some issues with the pattern. I'm like, oh. But anyway, I'm rambling. So I highly recommend this little book. It is great. I loved this. It was really easy. It's essentially a ball with face and feet and ears, wings. Well, the wings are separate, but I think it turned out really cute. Anyway, highly recommend that book. Thank you, Karen, so much. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to show you was Austin from, I have his name, Austin's Craft Corner, reached out to me a while ago. He's doing a traveling corner to corner, and initially I said I didn't want to be part of it because I didn't want someone to pay the shipping to me. And you know, it ended up with Tasha's Yarny Creations, and she paid a lot to have it shipped to me. But anyway, he asked me a few times, so I finally gave in and said, you know what, the idea is fabulous, and I'm going to show it to you in a second. It's just the shipping. You know, yeah, I really felt bad that Tasha had to pay that much to ship it to me. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm going to have to pay a lot to send it to Florida, because the next person on the list is Nadira Tani, or Quirky Monday, Kalisha at the Quirky Monday podcast. So I'm going to be paying that. Anyway, this thing is massive. It's very, very big. Here somewhere I'll put in 1 or 2 pictures that I took, one laid out on the floor and one laid out on the couch. But I want to just show you my part. And down below, I will leave a list of the people that I know are part of this. So Austin, Setta, Connie and Alisa, Happy to Hook, Lisa at Happy to Hook, Judy at Witchpeace, obviously Tasha at Tasha's Yarny Creations. I will leave a link for or a list of all the people that participated in this thing. It is, my mom loves it. My mom doesn't like anything yarny, but she loves all the colors. So let's see. This is essentially what it looks like. Look at it. It's massive. It's so heavy and so big. My part, I measured it, was 105 inches. That's like almost 9 feet. So I was starting the decrease. So I ended up with the widest part. And because I ended up with the widest part, I didn't plan it out properly, because it took a lot of yarn. So I'll show you my part. My part is actually 3 sections. So the idea is that he said use 10 to 12 rows of the c2c stitch. And so when I went, the first thing I wanted was this yarn. So this section, let me see if I can get it to you, is actually 3 fine fingering yarns. So, and one of them has a sparkle. Yes. So, and so I thought, oh, that's me. Perfect. It's perfect. It's got the reds and a little bit of gray. And it's kind of like muted, but it's got bling. So that is 3 skeins. These 4 rows are 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn. And I ran out and I'm like, what am I going to do now? So I did the next best thing that I do, and that's combine 2 totally different yarns. These 2 were, I can't remember now, baby yarns of some sort. Yeah, I can't remember, sorry. I didn't keep the ball bands either. So I just mixed the 2, and that's more like, I don't know if you can see, one was speckled blue, and the other one was teals, blues, and browns put together. So now you just see the little speckles of brown. And then ran out of that. That's 2 skeins. So far now I've got 5 skeins already into this thing. So I had some yellow, which I absolutely adore. I wanted to mix it with something else, but this was a little bit of a chunkier yarn. So it said number 4, but it felt a little thicker, so I just left it at yellow. So my part is actually, what did I say, 6.5 skeins of yarn. That's because it was massive. It was 105 inches long. So anyway, that is my input onto this blanket. But it is coming out really quite nicely. But the other thing that I noticed was everybody's got such different tension. Like really, you know what we should have done was let everyone know, and I'm going to let Kalisha know what size hook I used. But I'm assuming everybody's using a number 4 worsted. That's what it looks like. But I really don't know what size hooks they used. So I used a 5mm. So mine might be a little stiffer than these ones. Maybe they used a bigger hook. I'm not sure. But anyway, I started the decrease and did 3, 8, 11 rows. So thank you, Austin, for letting me be part of this. It was interesting and fun, and yeah, it's interesting to see everyone's work. Do we all know who this is? Setta. Yeah. It looks like Austin started with a bigger crochet hook. Anyway, I did the best that I could. I'm sending it off today, and Kalisha will be next on the list. Okay, what else? Okay, you all saw my video. My son and I went, we went to the alpaca farm. I was looking for a gift, and I'm gonna show you what I got. Now, I got these not particularly for me, but I'm thinking I might keep it. So I'm not sure yet. I loved the farm. The alpaca are great. The yarn is lusciously soft, but it is fuzzy. Let me show you. Okay, so it's GNR Farms, and so the first one that I got was, it's an 60 alpaca and 40% wool, and she dyed this herself. So, and this one is called, this is 400 yards. You know what? There's no name of the color on here. I don't know, but it's beautiful. It caught my eye. I think it was the orange. Orange and blue looks amazing. Looks great. So this one I might keep for myself. Actually, I might keep this one too. I'm not sure yet. Then the other one was 100% alpaca. And this one was made for the Lakeside Yarn Crawl 2019, and it's 100% alpaca, 109 yards. There's no name, but look at this. Look at that. Oh my God, I love these colors. And I'm going to try to show you. You see the fuzz? That is what alpaca does. So, you know, you guess if you have a sensitivity, you might not want to use it because it is, but it's soft fuzz. It's really, really soft. I have worked with alpaca once before. I made a cowl, and it was soft, just not this soft. This is soft, but I love the color. So I'm not sure. I might give this away. I'm not sure yet. I'm still mulling that over. I just love the colors, and I don't have a project in mind. But I did think to myself, at 109 yards, I better get two. So at least you can make a cowl. That's what I got. Well, I got some other stuff, but those are gifts, so I can't show that. Sorry. Okay, and I think that's all I have. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you. It's a little recycling tip. So I love basmati rice. So we have an ethnic store in the next city over, and I go there, but I don't go there very often. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry. I don't go there very often, so I buy things in bulk. And I bought 8 pounds of rice, basmati rice, in this bag. And it comes inside another bag, and this is fabric. It's like, it's really sturdy. And all they do, so it's a bag inside a bag, and there's a zipper. There's a zipper, and what they do is they stitch it. And I just picked out the stitches. I used to throw these things away. And I'm looking at it the other day going, hey, it will make great project bag. So I started using it, and actually what I'm storing in it right now is I'm collecting fingering weight scraps that I want to make into something later. So obviously you're not going to have a lot of them. That's what I'm going to be storing, or that's what I started storing in here. Great idea. And I figured if it was sturdy enough to carry 8 pounds of basmati rice, it's good enough to carry yarn. There's no scent because there, like I said, there was another bag inside. It smells fine, so, you know. And I have cooking instructions for the rice. Anyway, I just thought I'd share, you know, that you can find ways to recycle, one little less thing inside of a dump, and it's useful for me. So that's all I've got. Now, I don't know when I will be back. the next 3 weeks are going to be super busy. Don't know when I'll be back. I hope everyone is having a wonderful summer. I understand that some of the American kids are going back to school soon, so your summer's coming to an end. Ours is smack dab in the middle. Yeah, so I hope everyone's having a wonderful summer, and we'll see me when we see me. We will talk soon.